The waiter slipped the folded note into my palm just as Sophia raised her champagne flute, her eyes gleaming under the chandelier's glow in that packed ballroom. To new beginnings, she toasted, her voice smooth as silk. While 200 guests, business tycoons, old friends, and city elites clinked glasses in celebration of the $80 million sale of Harlan Industries, the empire I'd built from scratch. But those 5 words on the paper burned into my mind. Don't drink. Your daughter added something. I froze, staring at Sophia's perfect smile, the one I'd once thought was pure love. In that instant, the world tilted. For 35 years, I'd poured my soul into her, sacrificing my own life to give her everything, only to realize she'd become the poison in mine. My name is James Harlan, and I founded Harlan Industries in a cramped garage in suburban Chicago back in 1988, turning it into a powerhouse supplying precision parts to aerospace giants like Boeing and Lockheed Martin. It was all for Sophia, my only child, after her mother, Eleanor, withered away from ovarian cancer when Sophia was just 3. I remember kneeling by Eleanor's hospital bed, her hand frail in mine, promising I'd make sure our daughter never felt the void. Just love her. James, Eleanor whispered, her voice a ghost. But love felt insufficient against the cruelty of loss. I became both parents, learning to French braid Sophia's wild curls despite my calloused hands from the factory floor. I skipped promotions that required travel, turned down dates with kind women who saw potential in a widowed dad. Sophia's my world, I'd say. And I meant it. But now, 3 days after that note, as lab results confirmed arsenic traces in my system, slow, insidious poisoning over months, I understood the monster I'd unwittingly nurtured. It started subtly, the way betrayals often do in families like ours, where money whispers louder than blood. Sophia married Marcus Langford 5 years ago, a slick Wall Street type with an Ivy League polish and family connections in hedge funds. Their wedding in the Hamptons set me back $250,000, her dream, she called it. I walked her down the aisle, chest swelling with pride, thinking I'd secured her happiness. But soon after, the questions crept in like fog over Lake Michigan. Dad, have you updated your estate plan? Sophia would ask over Sunday brunch in my Lincoln Park townhouse, her tone casual but probing. Marcus would nod along, adding, at your age, James, it's wise to have safeguards against unexpected declines. Declines. The word hung heavy, laced with implication. I brushed it off at first. Sophia was just being practical, right? But then came the uninvited financial advisors, sharp-suited vultures circling my dining table with talk of cognitive assessments and durable power of attorney. Sophia's eyes would soften, her hand on mine. It's for your protection. Dad, what if something happens? The doubt seeded in my gut, growing roots. I'd catch Sophia glancing at my pill organizer, the one for my blood pressure meds, her expression unreadable. Mornings, my coffee tasted off, bitter, metallic, but I'd blame age. Fatigue from running a company with 400 employees. Headaches blurred my vision during board meetings. I'd forget names of longtime clients, stumbling over words. You're slipping, Dad, Sophia said once, her voice laced with feigned concern. Marcus suggested a neurologist. Early dementia hits hard in high-stress lives like yours. I resisted, but the isolation deepened. Friends distanced themselves after Sophia's whispers reached them. Dad's not himself anymore. Even my granddaughter, little Ava, for years old with Sophia's curls, parroted lines that twisted my heart. Grandpa's brain is fuzzy. Mommy says, be gentle. The child I adored was being weaponized against me, her innocence tainted by her mother's schemes. Paranoia became my shadow. But I wasn't mad, I was awakening. I hired a discreet private investigator, an ex-FBI agent named Rita Valdez, who specialized in elder financial abuse. This pattern's common in wealthy families, she said over coffee in a nondescript diner. Kids see parents as ATMs with expiration dates. She installed hidden cameras in my home, legal in Illinois for personal security, and what they captured chilled me to the bone. Sophia, alone in my kitchen one afternoon, pulling a vial from her purse, dripping clear liquid into my thermos. Her face calm, methodical, as if seasoning soup. Lab tests later, low-dose arsenic. Enough to mimic dementia over time. Erode my mind without killing outright. The videos piled up, her rifling through my files, photographing bank statements, murmuring into her phone, "He's getting worse. Marcus. Soon we'll have the docs to prove incapacity." Incapacity. The word echoed like a death knell. The pain wasn't just physical, it was a soul-deep wound. I'd given up my youth for her, nights alone while she chased dreams I funded, private schools in Evanston, a semester in Paris that cost $60,000, her art history degree from Northwestern. I never remarried, convinced no one could love her like I did. But here she was, repaying devotion with destruction. Why? Greed. Rita uncovered. Marcus had racked up $3 million in bad crypto investments and gambling debts. They were drowning. The mansion mortgaged twice over. Sophia saw my fortune as their life raft, me as the obstacle. "We'll declare him unfit," she texted Marcus in messages Rita hacked legally through subpoenas. Then the company. The trusts, it's all ours. Betrayal clawed at me, silent and searing. But I swallowed it, playing the frail old man while plotting in the shadows. I consulted my estate lawyer, an old poker buddy named Victor Kane, who crafted ironclad protections years ago. "We'll add a poison pill clause," he said with a grim smile. "If evidence of coercion, harm, or fraud emerged." 95% of my assets, $78 million post-sale, would divert to the Eleanor Harlan Foundation for Cancer Research and Elder Care. Sophia would get a pittance, $100,000. Enough for basics, but a far cry from the luxury she craved. "It's nuclear," Victor warned. "But if she's crossing that line..." I signed, the pen heavy with grief. Sophia knew of a basic trust, but not this trap, sprung by her own hand. As her visits increased, so did the tension. Her caring touches felt like threats, her smiles masks for malice. I dumped tainted drinks when she looked away, feigned confusion to lure her deeper. "What day is it?" "Sweetie," I'd mumble, watching her eyes light up with opportunity. The climax built like a storm over the Great Lakes. I announced the company sale party at the Peninsula Chicago, inviting everyone who mattered: CEOs, politicians, even a senator tied to our defense contracts. "A night to remember," I told Sophia, her excitement palpable. She thought it her stage to showcase my decline, spiking my drink publicly for witnesses. But I'd enlisted Jake Riley, a former Harlan accountant I'd rehabbed from opioid addiction, now waiting tables at high-end spots. "Boss, you saved me once," he said when I called. "Let me return it." The night arrived, opulent with crystal and caviar, laughter masking the undercurrent of doom. Sophia hovered, her hand brushing my glass during the toast. Jake slipped me the note mid-speech, my heart pounding as I set the flute down untouched. The room hushed as I stood, voice steady despite the rage boiling inside. "Tonight, we celebrate family," I began, pulling a remote from my pocket. A screen descended, projecting the kitchen video. Sophia, vial in hand, poisoning my coffee. Gasps rippled like waves. "This is what my daughter calls love," I said, my words daggers. Sophia blanched, stammering. Dad's delusional. He's been unstable for months, memory lapses. Paranoia. But her defense crumbled. She'd revealed too much. Symptoms only the poisoner would know intimately. Jake stepped forward. I saw her dose the champagne tonight. As a recovering addict, I know the signs. Chaos erupted, phones out. Whispers turning to outrage. Marcus bolted for the door. But security, prearranged, held him. Sophia's scream pierced the air. You spied on me? Your own daughter. Her mask shattered, revealing the raw greed beneath. The fallout was swift, merciless. Police arrived. Tests confirmed the arsenic in my glass. FBI took over. Elder abuse crossed state lines with Marcus's debts. Sophia's texts, videos, even her journal entries detailing Dad's convenient decline sealed her fate. Trial headlines screamed, heiress poisons father for fortune. She got 25 years, Marcus 20. Appeals failed. The trust activated that night, $78 million to the foundation. Sophia's share a humiliating $100,000, barely covering legal fees. I vanished to a Wyoming ranch I'd bought secretly. 600 acres of solitude under vast skies. No more Chicago winters. No tainted toasts. Jake joined as manager, earning his keep while studying business online. We rescued abused animals, mirroring our scars, horses whipped by owners, dogs betrayed by families. But peace came at a price. Nights, I'd wake from dreams of toddler Sophia giggling in my arms, only to remember the woman who'd plotted my erasure. The foundation thrived, funding shelters for elder abuse victims, awareness campaigns that saved dozens from similar fates. Letters poured in. Your story warned me. My son was starting the same game. Yet the wound lingered. A quiet ache. Sophia's prison letters evolved from rage to remorse. I was drowning in debt. Dad. But I destroyed us both. I never replied. But on the 10th anniversary, I wrote one unsent. Your betrayal birthed my purpose. I forgive for my sake, not yours. In the end, revenge wasn't sweet. It was a hollow echo, teaching me the cost of blind love, a family lost, a legacy reborn from ashes, forever tainted by the silence of what could have been.